which both society and the church came to denounce the scourge of slavery. Pope Leo also apologizing, saying, quote, "It is impossible not to feel deep sorrow when contemplating the immense suffering and humiliation endured by so many in stark contrast to their immeasurable dignity as persons infinitely loved by the Lord. For this, in the name of the Church, I sincerely ask pardon." Pratt says Pope Leo's words can also create a new level of conversation within the U.S. Catholic Church.
What happens in schools? What happens in Catholic higher ed? What happens in dioceses? Where do these churches closing and parishes reorganized? What communities are most deeply affected by these changes that are being made on a fairly regular basis?
Run. Right.
Now, in the document released, Pope Leo also said human trafficking, quote, "must be recognized as a contemporary form of slavery and a grave violation of human dignity."
Have to tell him
and
this
he said that failing to respond firmly or tolerating it is to become complicit. I'm Lauren May, NBC 10 News.
All right, all praise to our Heavenly Father, the Most High Yah, the great I am that I am, in the name of our Lord and Savior. Some of y'all call me Yahushua, some of y'all call me Yahushua, some of y'all call him Jesus.
Right.
All right, so now as you can see, the Pope has come out and basically, apologized for slavery, right? Now, of course, we're looking at ourselves like, 400 some years, huh? Now you finally come up, and and even in that clip, you hear it say, "What took them so long before they come out?" Yeah, what took y'all so long?
Because it's a new
But see, y'all apologizing, oh yeah, for the blacks that went to slavery.
No.
Nah, dog.
No.
You ain't telling the whole story.
No.
Right? You need to be telling, right, who these blacks were that y'all enslaved.
Yes.
You see, that's the portion that
You're
you
not
want to omit.
That's a good one.
And the reason now that y'all are starting to have to sing like birds is because y'all know we have found out.
Right.
And y'all know this thing is spreading more and more and more. Right? Because people are now looking and questioning those savages over there that are killing people over there in Palestine. Right? And now people are saying, wait a minute, how can they be the true people? Well, if they're not the real Jews, then who are the real Israelites? That's the question that everybody should be asking, right? Because the bottom line is, it matters. All these people always run around, well, what does it matter? Why do you think they changed the image of Christ? In changing the image of Christ, that changed the image of the people that the Romans, of all people, knew who were the true Israelites. Why do I say that? Because they were the ones that went down and sacked the temple in AD 70, right? They were the ones that destroyed the Judean kingdom. You know what I'm saying? The Judean province, which was a Roman province. They were the ones that do that. They're the ones that have the history. They're the ones who probably have the most highs, silver and gold in the Vatican. They probably got it because they were the ones that went down. So now, with all of that being said, right, now all of a sudden they come out and say, oh, we apologize for our role in slavery.
I want it back. The Ark of the Covenant. I want it back, though. I will get it, bro. If Father puts it in us, well, when he does, not if. Because we want to get it, man. We want to give it back to him, bro. And I'd like to do it if he'd let me. If you put it in me. I said, God. I said, yes, please. I said to rude boy with you. I said, yeah. Go get it for me. I said, yes, please. Rasta. All we gotta say, just go here and tell Father to bless me. Just like Pharaoh, be. Just like Pharaoh. Because when Father puts his thing in us, the whole world trembles. This is why he didn't want us to know who we were. This is why he didn't want us to know who we were. When they kind of lock people up and put people in jail. It's here. Father's going to punish you for that. You hear me, sir? He's going to punish you, bro. Watch and see. You're going to get punished, though. See, okay, too naughty. He's naughtiness. Into naughty. Naughty, see. Into naughty. Right? Now, you already seen the Bible class earlier on. You're going to learn about Jesus of Nazareth. You're going to learn. And you're going to know what your house is about. Right? But because you know everything about nothing, you miss out. Deep boy. You miss out then. Now you're going to tell me about some Roman Jesus stuff. Right? That has no divine power, nothing though. Just man and man's tradition. You're still following that foolishness. Huh? You still ain't got the courage for your own spirit to break away from that foolishness. Hi guys. You're damn eat here. And then they want people to follow that foolishness. And you don't even cover them or anything, give them anything. But you tell them about TVs, and they must give you 10% of TVs. This, brethren, please, do. You are absolutely dangerous, man. You're dangerous, man. You're dangerous. I mean, there is no space for truth in you, is there? No space for truth at all. In this wicked child. Wicked. What about spiteful? Spiteful child. Spiteful child, bro. Doesn't want to see nobody happy. I have no idea. Anyway, come in now. Be poor. Be poor. Come here. Boy.
Definitely, this is one of the ways that we are seeing Pope Leo stand out, both in the issues that he takes on and the language that he uses. In this case, talking about the institution itself in a way that it hasn't been talked about before.
What is the institution?
1 year after Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost was announced as the new Pope, Pope Leo is releasing a document setting him apart from his predecessors. Other popes have released papal writings called encyclicals, but Pope Leo's message on humanity and artificial intelligence also addresses the Church's culpability for slavery in a new way.
It's different from what we've heard from previous popes in that what Pope Leo has done with this document is invoke the Church as an institution.
Dr. Tia Noel Pratt is Special Assistant to the Vice President for Mission and Ministry at Villanova University.
Is there something that held previous popes back from going as far as he did?
When we talk about, particularly when we talk about racism, it is what happens most frequently is leading that conversation at an individual level.
She says that difference matters.
He has taken this conversation to the next level and taken it to the institutional level, which has not happened before. And because of that, it is truly impossible to overstate the importance of what has happened with this document today.
The Pope's document saying in part, neither can we deny or diminish the delay with which both society and the Church came to denounce the scourge of slavery. Pope Leo also apologizing, saying, quote, it is impossible not to feel deep sorrow when contemplating the immense suffering and humiliation endured by so many in stark contrast to their immeasurable dignity as persons infinitely loved by the Lord. For this, in the name of the Church, I sincerely ask for pardon. Pratt says Pope Leo's words can also create a new level of conversation within the U.S. Catholic Church.
What happens in schools? What happens in Catholic higher ed? What happens in dioceses? Where do we see churches closing and parishes reorganized? What communities are most deeply affected by these changes that are being made on a fairly regular basis?
For just £13, you can enjoy free internet for life. No SIM card needed, no complicated registration, and absolutely no sneaky monthly fees. Check out this pocket-sized internet gadget. It is a satellite Wi-Fi router that completely bypasses all traditional mobile networks in the UK. No annoying credit checks, no sneaky price hike.
Yeah, that was good today, Father.
Now, in the document released, Pope Leo.
Yeah, that was good today. We really enjoyed that. Me and Jesus, brethren, just tightened up and did a little praise to the Father. I need to do a nice prayer as well after it. He did. He certainly did. Right, I'm ready. Evening, guys. Evening. Oh, we've been meeting quite a lot today, haven't we, guys? How you doing with the weather? How's the weather? You right with it? Don't forget about your flannel. Don't forget your wet flannel and your towel. And you just tune into some truth, innit? And some silly silliness. You know what I mean? Dedication to everybody. You know what I mean? And we've got more days of this to come. Yo, they said on the news, right? Tell the children, grandma, grandpa, girls, ladies, gentlemen, gather round. Right, we seem to be having this issue. We've lost 9 of our children, 9, right, through the water. Now it seems that the heat of the body with this heat, the water is cold for some reason, really cold. And when our children are seeing it, they're jumping in it, which they do, there's nothing wrong with it. But the heat what they have on them, and the coldness of that, yeah, is killing them. They've worked this out. So, you need to tell the children not to go in that water when you have this heat temperature, right? Because we lost 9 of our kids, and they come out today and they're not saying this side, but 99% you say this side. It makes sense, because that kind of heat is some different heat. And then that water from some, I don't even know how it's cold. So then the young child is jumping in there, and we're losing our children. So common sense says, don't let them go in that water now, right? Because when the body's normal temperature and it's cold, you can deal with that. But this is hot temperature in this body, and there's a short shock to go in there, especially if it's cold, and they haven't got the immune system like we've got. So we need to step in down and say, no, Dad, you're not going in there because you're not going to come out. And then you got the ripple effect, which hurts the parents when you lose your child, especially like that as well. So it's just food for thought. Not when this weather's it's a different thing now with this weather, different thing and stuff. The temperatures are all different, it's all shock to the system. That's why you have to be toa fan hands. Wet them. Hold on. Wet, see that crowd of people. Weird, so they call fan. Jojo, nice. Just cool the body down, be nice to it. And listen to it. Crowd of people. Now, we're there. Deep poor.
Theo also said human trafficking
The damn poor.
quote, must be recognized as a contemporary form of slavery and a grave violation of human dignity.
Oh, no.
Now, he said that failing to respond firmly or tolerating it is to become complicit. I'm Lauren May, NBC 10 News.
All right, all praise to our Heavenly Father, the Most High Yah, the great I am that I am, in the name of our Lord and Savior. Some of y'all call me Yahushua, some of y'all call me Yahushua, some of y'all call him Jesus. All right, so now as you can see, you know, the Pope has come out and basically, you know, apologized for slavery, right? Now, of course, we're looking at ourselves like 400 some years, huh? Now you finally come up, and you know, and even in that clip, you hear it say, what took them so long before they come out? Yeah, what took y'all so long? But see, y'all apologizing, you know, oh yeah, for the blacks that went to slavery. Nah, dog, you ain't telling the whole story, right? You need to be telling, right, who these blacks were that y'all enslaved. You see, that's the portion that you want to omit. And the reason now that y'all are starting to have to sing like birds is because y'all know we have found out. And y'all know this thing is spreading more and more and more, right? Because people are now looking at questioning those savages over there that are killing people over there in Palestine, right? And now people are saying, wait a minute, how can they be the true people? Well, if they're not the real Jews, then who are the real Israelites? That's the question that everybody should be asking, right? Because the bottom line is, it matters. All these people always run around, well, what does it matter? It doesn't matter. Why do you think they changed the image of Christ? And changing the image of Christ, that changed the image of the people that the Romans, of all people, knew who were the true Israelites. Why do I say that? Because they were the ones that went down and sacked the temple in AD 70, right? They were the ones that destroyed the Judean kingdom. You know what I'm saying? The Judean province, which was a Roman province. They were the ones that do that. They're the ones that have the history. They're the ones who probably have the most highs, you know what I'm saying, silver and gold in the Vatican. They probably got it because they were the ones that went down there. So now, with all of that being said, right, now all of a sudden they come out and say, oh, we apologize for our role in slavery and all this type of stuff. Well, guess what? Where's the restitution? You know what I mean? If you're repenting, where's the restitution, right? Y'all are now admitting, I mean, when y'all made Germany pay restitution for what happened with the Jewish people in Germany, right? All y'all banded together to do that. But yet all of a sudden y'all just want to issue us an apology. Oh, sorry, we whooped and beat the heck out of you and raped your women and everything. Okay, y'all forgive us, okay. We ain't coming to you. We ain't asking you, right? We got to go back to the Most High. Because now we know why you were even allowed to do that, right? But anyway, let's go back. Let me go and look at the AI overview, and we'll discuss a little bit more of this apology that he calls himself giving.
Look here. This isn't just an ordinary denture, but the globally popular Flexible Smart Custom Denture Kit. It's incredibly easy to use. Just soak it in hot water for 1 minute. It instantly activates in the hot water, becoming as soft as modeling clay.
All right, so this is what we got. On May 25th, 2026, Pope Leo XIV issued a historic apology for the Catholic Church's role in legitimizing slavery and for failing to condemn the practice specifically.
Sometimes it makes me feel like a puppet poetry. Love is so appealing. When you go, love makes you wanna come again. Love is the piece of paper. You can't burn or just throw away. Love makes me wanna stay. Love makes you don't wanna stop keeping love, there's no selfish, yeah. Love is a question, the answer is yes. Love will give you something that you just don't burn or just throw away. Love makes me wanna say love every day. Oh yeah. Love will be something that you can just throw away. Oh yeah. Love makes me all she wants is a nice relax mom to come alive, sacrifice her. Girlie, city woman, girlie, girlie. 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 You don't even care. She don't want to be natural. All she wants is a very famous man to come alive, sacrifice. Yeah, yeah. All she wants is an angry Christmas man. Go my life, satisfy her. City woman, city woman, city woman, city woman, she don't even care.
Don't even care.
Oh no.
What about Jack and Jill?
She don't want to be like me, Jack and Joe.
Relax. Wash it up.
All she wants is an angry Christmas man to go my life, satisfy her occasion. City woman, city woman, city woman,
Nice, you.
city woman, city woman,
Wash it up, wash it up.
city woman, city woman, if I get abortion, yeah, no. She's not even no family plan.
Level. Out to them. Out to them.
All she wants is an angry Christmas man. Go my love, satisfy her occasion. No. City woman, baby,
Keep it better. Then you can't complain. Then you can't complain. What about the name? What about the name? What can I say? That's the rebuild. So lucky man. And Tom Cruise. For you. Tell me, girl. What's together? To the the ability to love. The ability to love. My life is beyond what we have sown. We have a right to change it. It's never too late when we're not at the gate. We have a right to change. I'll be so ready soon when I see your face. If you ever stop and walk past, I will lose the vision of God of the same. We're gonna have to change. Material come to the chase. Add it to the chase. Happy to be what I know I must be. I want the sun and the stars. I put it up there. Wait. Already blessed from the one up above. With the ability to love. With the ability to love. With no ulterior motive. There's still time to do what you know you must do. You have a right to change it. The Father is true and He's waiting for you. He's waiting for you. You have a right to change. No one's work to be done till our kingdom will come. So can make the world much brighter. Won't you take my advice? Don't you take my advice? We're gonna have to change. Yes, and I'm poor. And I need. Don't forget. Listen to the words our Father speaks. Knowing He's not materially. Come to the chase. Add it to the chase. Hey. I need to be what I know I must be. You know, cook food. What? You know what you do it with the hand? What? You're gonna have a problem when this thing comes. You kind of using the basics. Well, they think no one else's basics. But be trying. I'm sorry. Don't forget that. Love. Don't forget it. If I've seen that, because I told you a lot. And if I look at that, even though I make you cry. Right. Here is my confession. Here is my confession. Right. I'm about to make you. Oh, yes, it's true. Why? Will you please forgive me? This say the words to make the one again. If I sin, because I told you a lie. Right. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't know that. Even though you acted by myself. Right. You are the judge. You are the judge. And you are the jury. And you are the jury. Right. It's like nobody's ready. Ready to serve my penalty. Serve my penalty. Right. He's reminding me in his custody. My only pain. My sky will be guilty. I have sinned. Why? Because I told you a lie. Why? I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Why?
Yeah.
If I sin, because I told you a lie. Why? I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean that. Even though I need to cry. Bye-bye. Cheerio. Here is my confession. Here is my confession. I'm about to make you. It's to be true. It's true. Will you please don't forgive me? Alright. It's the way to make you wanna live. Say I got yours. If I sin, because I told you the lie. Father's music. Father's music. I didn't mean to hurt you. Happy music, Hebrew. It teaches you a lot. Don't listen to it. Sound and vibration. Hebrew. Not jam music. Yap music. It's not so I can ready. Hebrew. For everyone. Hebrew. Serve my penalty. Right. Any genre. Hebrew. Remember in your custody. You're not skipping. My only feeling. Yeah. I've got to be gifted. Hebrew. Gifted. If I sing that, go to the rhythm. Because I told you the lie. Spiritual. Hebrew. Doesn't go against it. It goes into it. I didn't mean to hurt you. Hebrew. Even though I took my mama. Cheerio. Here is my confession. It's a confession. I'm about to make you. Oh, yes, it's true. No for Roman. Not forgive me. Right. You think the way to make me want to live. If I sin, then know you before it is no commercial. Because I told you the lie. Commercial takes the love out of everything. No commercial, right? I didn't mean to hurt you. Stop stealing people's identity and let them shine. Father's way.
They had hand in slavery, right? Now it's admitted. And not only did the church do it, the Catholic Church, but the Arabs, you see what I'm saying? The Muhammad,
they all did. All of it was involved. That's why it's coming to smash the whole earth. Last time it was Egypt. And it smashed Egypt up. This time it's coming for the whole earth because they was all involved. All these sons that are going on like they're half decent and they don't even have to treat women. These sons.
In slavery, right? Now it's admitted. And not only did the church do it, the Catholic Church, but the Arabs, you see what I'm saying? The Muhammad, the Islam, they did it.
All of them.
The Jewish people,
we know that
they had their hands in it because they was funding and financing all this stuff.
Exactly.
Right? So the bottom line is, you know, now they're having to start to sing like...
And this is what's coming out. This is what they can't say. Because you can't say you're holy and you're into all them stuff there. And you're taking away the holiest children and putting yourself there. And in every organization, your sons are all rapists and murderers. In every organization, your sons are meant to be the example. All your sons are rapists and murderers. Why? Because the father's a thief. The grandfather's a thief. The great-great-grandfather's a thief. The mum is a thief. The father is a thief. The brother is a thief. The sister is a thief. And then you come across him and expect him not to be a thief. Don't be stupid, man.
Right? So the bottom line is, you know, now that...
We ain't even got into lying and Pinocchio. We ain't even got into that yet. The damn trying.
They're having to start to sing like birds because they know we're finding out, right? And it's only a matter of time for the Most High yanks this cover off of them because they know.
Yanks
as we repent
you and puts you in your place and makes people throw stones and laugh at you. God is something to contend with. And you had to brutalize the place to get it. You had to, and you're still doing it now, telling women what they can and can't wear. Telling people what they can and can't eat. You stupid lemon. You damn idiot. You're Rasta, right? And you know, in this thing, you're at the back of the queue when it comes to the sons, right? It's only because my stupid ancestors wait to be like you. I mean, what possessed them, Rasta, to want to be like you? What else wrong with them? And if I was going to go and get beautiful children, the Gentiles, and put them there to make us jealous, to like Father, what kind of foolishness am I hearing? He says, well, just go to Romans chapter 11, verse 11, and it says it right there. You make me so jealous, I'm going to make you jealous now. I'm going to bring these children in to get you jealous because you won't recognize me. I mean, Rasta, I'm Father, we do apologize. That was the wrong generation, Father. That was the stiff-necked fools. We are not them, Father. We just waiting for you to say jump. And the answer to that is how high? Where, sir?
The Jewish people, we know that they had their hands in it because they were funding and financing all this stuff, right? So the bottom line is, you know, now they're having to start to sing like birds.
Yes, sir.
Because they know we're finding out, right? And it's only a matter of time for the Most High yanks this cover off of them because they know. As we repent, there ain't nothing they can do. They know judgment is coming.
Right.
They better start talking and they better all start singing like birds, right? In his first papal encyclical, titled Magnifica Humanitas, Magnificent Humanity, he acknowledged that past popes provided explicit authority for the subjugation and enslavement of non-Christians. So you see, they just want to say it was just non-Christians. But they know it was really the black Jews who they had tore down their Western name, and then afterward, really for the Most High, because they know we're finding out. You know, now they're having to start to sing like birds. Because they know we're finding out, right? And it's only a matter of time for the Most High yanks this cover off of them because they know. As we repent, there ain't nothing they can do. They know judgment is coming. They better start talking and they better all start singing like birds, right? In his first papal encyclical, titled Magnifica Humanitas, Magnificent Humanity, he acknowledged that past popes provided explicit authority for the subjugation and enslavement of non-Christians. So you see, they just want to say it was just non-Christians. But they know it was really the black Jews who they had tore down their Western name, and then afterwards, right, when those Jews went and fled into Africa, y'all went and found us, and then you put us on slave ships and scattered us worldwide, right? Now, you just
found us, Esau, couldn't leave us in Africa, and then went to the Africans, and then they sold us to you. Not we sold it. How can we sell ourselves when we're in slavery? Idiot. Think about that. How can we sell ourselves when we're in slavery? Idiot. How is it that we sold us? Be quiet, man.
Of non-Christians. So you see, they just want to say it was just non-Christians. But they know it was really the black Jews who they had tore down their what's name. And then afterwards, right, when those Jews went and fled into Africa, y'all went and found us.
Yeah.
And then you put us on slave ships and scattered us worldwide.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Now you just want to make it look like, we just for everything we did, just the non-Christians. It wasn't just the blacks, it was. Right? Y'all know what you did.
It's just us.
Right?
Else,
Key highlights from the apology include a wound in Christian memory. The Pope used this phrase to describe the church's historical record, specifically citing its delay in recognizing slavery as incompatible with human dignity. So why did you do it?
Exactly.
You're supposed to be representing Christ.
Exactly.
Christ didn't tell you to love your neighbor as thyself and put him in chains and rape his women. That ain't what he told you to do.
I think he's riches.
Love your neighbor as thyself. So do you want somebody to put you in chains and whoop your back?
Exactly.
And rape your women?
Exactly.
Right? So y'all did not represent Christ. So you talking about it's just a wound, and y'all know it's an exposing that y'all ain't who you say you are. Right? Direct pardon. He explicitly asked for pardon in the name of the church for the suffering and humiliation endured by enslaved people. He explicitly asked for pardon. Pardon from who? From us? This ain't got nothing to do with us.
Sure.
You better be going to the Most High. Because he told y'all not to put y'all's hands on his people. Right? But you did. But we'll cover that later. Personal ancestry. Pope Leo XIV is the first American-born pope, and research indicates his own family tree includes both enslaved individuals and slaveholders, right? And we did a episode on that. We already talked about that, when he first got put in.
My biggest regret is not getting this red light foot massager sooner.
Introducing EM Sense, the at-home device for tired, achy feet, without pills or expensive treatments. Get real relief in just one 15-minute session. Here are 6 reasons why EM Sense is the last foot massager you'll ever need. 1, 4.
Say it.
Historical bulls. The apology directly addresses 15th century papal bulls such as Dum Diversus 1452 and Romanus Pontifex 1455, which authorized European sovereigns to conquer land and reduce their persons to perpetual slavery. So now that he has got in and he's admitting, this happened, right? But we know y'all also got the documents. Y'all know what color the Jews were that you enslaved. Y'all know this because you were the ones that destroyed the kingdom, right? Linked to modern technology. Leo connected these past failures to current ethical risks in artificial intelligence, warning against new forms of slavery in the digital economy, such as exploitative labor for AI chip minerals, right? So now, once again, they just hide all that, so forgive us, whatever. You don't want to make a big deal about it. You just want to, say it, but then you want to link it into something. Oh, AI, artificial intelligence, but by the way, we need to repent for what we did to y'all in slavery, right? And this is just, try to keep it under wraps and then go ahead and shove it through. Yeah, we apologize, but we don't make it a big deal, right? While previous popes like St. John Paul II asked for forgiveness for the actions of individual Christians involved in the slave trade, Leo XIV is the first to explicitly apologize for the institutional responsibility of the papacy. So now, if y'all are supposed to be Christ's vicar, why did y'all do what you did, right? So that tells us that you ain't who you say you are, right? So you see, right? Little veiled apology, okay, but you think that's going to keep the Most High's wrath off of you? You got a lot more confessing you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Not just, we had our hand in slavery too. Yeah, we asked y'all, forgive us. Okay, we're good, right? No. You got to make amends with the Most High, right? You better come out and confess, because you changed the image of Christ, right? So you better confess what you've done. You better go in there and you better start digging through them records, and y'all better start finding out who the real Israelites is and start telling the truth, right? Because you put your hands on the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? You helped steal the identity of the wrong people, right? But anyway, let me show y'all this next little clip so you can kind of get a visual, you know what I'm saying, of, you know, what he's confessing that they did, right? Let me let y'all see this next clip.
If you're tired of constantly changing glasses, you must try this.
Throw away your outdated reading glasses and expensive progressive lenses. One pair of glasses can meet all your needs. The smart automatic focusing glasses from Gina, the optical city of Germany, require no vision test and can capture your vision needs in real time. Whether you want to see the tiny text on your phone, work at your computer, or drive safely, these glasses can automatically focus within 0.1 seconds. Thanks to advanced progressive technology from Berlin, you'll experience a smooth visual transition without...
Did you know the Catholic...
See what I've got to deal with, guys? You see what I've got to deal with when I leave the room? The damn Satan children. It's these little children playing their little games. You know, when you've got a camera in there, little stupid bar-legged idiots, you're going to get exposed. When he takes the cover up and you see these little idiots, little spag. And that's the only way you could have got your way, by being spiteful. Because no one did like you in the world. No one did. So you got to go behind the system and be spiteful, do spiteful things to people. And when things are happening to them, they're like, right, no, it's these spiteful systems, these spiteful little idiot sons. That's who it is. You leave your stuff there, you come back, your stuff's flipping broken. These idiots, this is who they are, that's what spiteful is. You see your nice stuff, you come back, your stuff's been interfered with. This is who these spiteful tramps are. Excuse my language, Grandma, sorry.
Church gave the green light to kidnap, rape, and butcher millions of black people. In 1450...
This is the church. This is the church. Listen to this. No wonder you tried to blank it out.
Good, right? No. You got to make amends with the Most High, right?
Wicked.
You better come out and confess. Because you changed the image of Christ, right? So you better confess what you've done. You better go in there and you better start digging through them records, and y'all better start finding out who the real Israelites is and start telling the truth, right? Because you put your hands on the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? You help steal the identity of the wrong people,
You
right?
stole the identity of the wrong people. You done right, you did that. And we're going to get up this and watch me now. Right? And all those other ones who were just weak and said, oh no, we don't want it, it's too hard. We don't want to be fathers. That's an idiot thing. Right? And we apologise for that, Father. We're going to show you anyway, Father. Just put the team back in us, man. And we'll show you. These are idiot children, man. Trust me. Not you guys. We're talking about the real biblical children, the real ones. Because if they were to behave themselves, we wouldn't even be going through this, guys. You would have met us in some different circumstances, right? You wouldn't have to meet us where Father's got to give you us, and then give you all our riches, and then turn us into sort of enemies. It wouldn't have had to be that. We could have just obeyed him. And then we're still blaming white people. Not me. I'm just saying, this idiots still got this. You just.
But anyway, let me show y'all this next little clip.
Satan loves you, children. He loves you. He tells us regular. I'm actually that. They're just so stupid. They even call me the Most High. I say, shut up. They do though. Just say, listen, if you want anything, right, call me the Most High. Otherwise, I'm not even going to look in your direction. Oh, Most High. Oh, Most High. See? I say, don't boast too much, though. Don't boast too much, Satan.
So you can kind of get a visual, you know what I'm saying, of, you know, what he's confessing that they did, right?
So imagine if the children of Satan, which is the modern Israel, if they have no respect for you, which you know what the Talmud is, I'm stupid. So if that's the children who treat you like that, now imagine what the Antichrist son will treat you like. The bell rings. And that's just the son. Then imagine what Satan is going to treat you like. And that is the bell again. But how are you getting treated like? That's just by the infant children, which is modern Israel. Now imagine what the Antichrist is going to be like when he comes. And then he's just getting it ready for who? For his father. You still don't see it. Why not? We won't be here. Father will be getting us ready, right? And then changing our spirits and changing our hearts, because we're all infected by Dijam Adam. But while we're getting ready, you're having your 7 years, all that, and then the other half of that, you'll be smashed up, right? And you still can't see it. It's two worlds. This is the world. There's nothing else about, no, going on holiday and jet lagged and getting married and just that same old stupid nonsense. That is just to confuse you and just make you think life's just about doing those stupid things when you can't even live amongst each other. So who are you getting married to? Who are you going on holiday with? You can't even get on with each other because they don't teach you how to bond with one another. They just teach you about the materials that has no breath in it. these worthless idols. You show more affection and attention to worthless idols. And that's how the system's got you. So when it takes it away from you, which is happening very soon, if not now, how are you going to survive? How are you going to survive? Damn idiots.
Let y'all see this next clip.
Did you know the Catholic Church gave the green light to kidnap, rape, and butcher millions of black people? In 1452, Pope Nicholas V signed Dum Diversas, a decree giving Spain and Portugal divine permission to invade Africa, chain our people, and strip them of everything. With one stroke of a pen, he turned human beings into property and called it God's will. The ships came, the whips followed, the world changed.
This is the Catholic Church. This is the Catholic Church. There it is there, the Pope signed it. There it's right there. This is your church, your Catholic Church, that you're trying to tell us is father's people and father's way. It's an insult. This is why he's coming to smash these people up. It's an absolute insult to holiness and truth. An absolute. These Romans,
did you know the Catholic Church gave the green light to kidnap, rape?
They don't take anything serious. They just do whatever they will done and want to jump in people's identity and push people aside who are people that are serious about their identity, very serious about it. And then you say they can't be serious about it. You put them in jail and take their identity because you and yours want to be it. I mean, what kind of foolishness is that? And then you can't even carry it out. You don't even know anything about it because none of these spirits come in you. So it cannot be you, can it? Can it? And you carry on. Watch what happens to you now. Huh.
That they did, right? Let me let y'all see this next clip.
Catholic Church.
Did you know the Catholic Church gave the green light to kidnap, rape, and butcher millions of black people? In 1452, Pope Nicholas V signed Dum Diversas, a decree giving Spain and Portugal divine permission to invade Africa, chain our people, and strip them of everything. With one stroke of a pen, he turned human beings into property and called it God's will. The ships came, the whips followed, the world changed. Men were beaten until their backs split open, their names erased and replaced with numbers. Women screamed in prayer as priests preached over their pain. Children cried in chains, learning their first words in a language of captivity. And every lash, every auction, every body thrown overboard was stamped with the blessing of the church. This wasn't just greed, it was doctrine. A holy war against black flesh disguised as salvation. For centuries, the world...
That's got to scare anyone. That's got to scare anyone. The intensity of it. That's got to scare anyone. Just because these are devil children who hate Father. Because these children have done nothing to you. And the only thing is because they belong to Father. That is the only way. Because the intensity of it. The intensity of it. For defenseless children as well. Who don't do nothing to you. Right? This is wickedness. And this is what Father's revealing to you. This wickedness. And you've still got the audacity to hide that under that Christianity church where 2.6 billion people in that will die. Will die. You will die in that. This is the history Father's showing you of that wickedness. No matter how they dress it up, done. When you undress that thing, it is against humanity in the highest degree. That thing there. Right? So you carry on following it. That thing that's done the worst to its favourite children. The Christianity book was written for the favourite children. So how comes now it's a Roman book? Huh? Which never says the Father's name in it. Never says the children's name in it. Just talks about Romans. Rasta.
Did you know the Catholic Church gave the green light to kidnap, rape, and butcher millions of black people? In 1452, Pope Nicholas V signed Dum Diversas, a decree giving Spain and Portugal divine permission to invade Africa, chain our people, and strip them of everything. With one stroke of a pen, he turned human beings into property and called it God's will. The ships came, the whips followed, the world changed. Men were beaten until their backs split open, their names erased and replaced with numbers. Women screamed in prayer as priests preached over their pain. Children cried in chains, learning their first words in a language of captivity. And every lash, every auction, every body thrown overboard was stamped with the blessing of the church. This wasn't just greed, it was doctrine. A holy war against black flesh disguised as salvation. For centuries, the world called it civilization. But our ancestors knew the truth. It was genocide in the name of Christ. Even today, their blood still cries out from the Atlantic. The same ocean that carried stolen souls now carries their stories. and every wave whispers, never forget.
All right, let's pick this up, Zechariah chapter 2, right? And let's understand something. I lifted up mine eyes again and looked, and behold, a man with a measuring line in his hand. Then said I, Whither goest thou? And he said unto me, To measure Jerusalem, to see what is the breadth thereof, and what is the length thereof. And behold, the angel that talked with me went forth, and another angel went out to meet him, and said unto him, Run, speak to this young man, saying, Jerusalem shall be inhabited as towns without walls, for the multitude of men and cattle therein. For I, saith the Lord, will be unto her a wall of fire round about, and will be the glory in the midst of her. Ho, ho, come forth, and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. So you see, this is the problem that the nations have that they better repent for. For he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. You see that? For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. And you shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith the Lord. So you see, the Most High is coming back to get Israel. Right? They can keep lying about who Israel is. But we know those people over there in Israel ain't the Israelites. Right? But the people that put their hands on the true children of Israel, you touch the apple of the Most High's eye. Don't you think you need to be making an apology to him? Don't you think you need to be confessing what you've done? Right? And many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, and shall be my people. And I will dwell in the midst of thee, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto thee. And the Lord shall inherit Judah, his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. Be solid, O all flesh, before the Lord, for he is raised up out of his holy habitation. Right. So you see, the Most High is coming back to claim that land over there. They can run over there and say that that's their land and try to steal it all they want to. You're not going to be able to take that. The Most High said he's coming back and he's going to inhabit Jerusalem again. And y'all better get out of his land, and you better repent for what you did to his people. Simple as that.
I want the covenant. I want the Ark of Covenant. You're wrong. Is that right?
You need these. I'm not even going to sit.
All right, so next let's go Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 1 through 10. What do we see?
It's him.
Give ear, O you heavens.
It's him. The boy. What was he selling? Braces. I saw him. They're always good to sell you something, innit? When they can't tell anything to grow you, or anything true for these sons. But they can tell you about braces.
And I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe you greatness unto our God. He is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, a God of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Do you thus requite the Lord, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he thy father that hath bought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. So remember, when he separated the son of Adam, you see this, when he separated the sons of Adam, he gave everybody their inheritance. We were all supposed to stay in our land and in our portions, right? He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel, right? So the bottom line is, set the inheritance. We of Adam, you see this, when he separated the sons of Adam, he gave everybody their inheritance. We were all supposed to stay in our land and in our portions, right? He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel, right? So the bottom line is, he divided up everybody, put everybody in their inheritance, right? But then you get people, Japan especially, wanting to go down and dwell in the tents of Shem, right? So the bottom line is, you get people who start getting up out of their boundaries and coming in and taking other people's stuff because it was covetous. But the Most High, you know,
there is that from Jeffrey. Well, we give everyone everything, but you want to come into Shem's camp and steal our stuff. And that's where it starts. You and others as well. You're and Ham as well. And this is where it all starts now.
The sons of Adam, he gave everybody their inheritance. We were all supposed to stay in our land and in our portions, right?
Yeah.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel, right? So the bottom line is, he divided up everybody, put everybody in their inheritance, right? But then you get people, Japheth especially, wanting to go down and dwell in the tents of Shem, right? So the bottom line is, you get people who start getting up out of their boundaries and coming in and taking other people's stuff because it was covetous. But the Most High, you know what I'm saying, told Israel, because you don't want to keep my commandments, I'm going to raise up people against you.
Yeah.
But anyway, for the Lord's portion is his people.
Sure.
Jacob, who is Israel, is the lot of his inheritance. He found him in a desert land, and in the waste howling wilderness, he led him about, he instructed him, he kept him, Jacob, the Israelites, as the apple of his eye, right? So now when people say it doesn't matter who Israel is, oh yes it does. Of course it does. Because that's the apple of the Most High's eye.
Right.
So now, you run around here changing up who those people are, right? Based off of your lies, and then you put your hand on his people, and you think he's not gonna get you? See, that's the little deception and the little games that they're trying to play here, right? Oh, it was blacks that we did this to. Oh, it was Africans that we did this to. No, it wasn't. It was the children of Israel, right? Because see, we know what happened in AD 70, you know? So let me go and show you from Rudolph Windsor's book, you know what I'm saying? The From Babylon to Timbuktu. All right, so as y'all can see, we're gonna pick this up in page 84 and page 85 From Babylon to Timbuktu, okay? In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. So you see, who was it that did this? The Roman armies. So it was Rome who done this, right? During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery, right? So the bottom line is, these black Jews took off and left out of there and fled into Africa, right? The same way Jesus fled into Egypt, right? When Herod was trying to kill him, right?
Sure.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. And it shouldn't be Jewish, but black Israelite slaves or black Judean slaves, right?
In the UK, SIM cards and expensive monthly bills are about to become a thing of the past, since free internet technology.
Anyway, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So he's quoting Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, which we know in Deuteronomy 28, verses 15 through 68, that's the curse of the law. So we understand from what Christ said. We'll go there in a minute. But we see what happened. The Romans came down here. That's when the Jews had to get up out of there and flee, just like Christ said, right? This prophecy and all the residue of the prophecies contained in Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68, befell the black Jews after they disobeyed the laws of God. Many nations transported the Jews into slavery, and the sons of Israel transmigrated to every continent. The Jewish philosopher Philo, about 40 BC, 40 AD, who lived in Alexandria, Egypt, said that 1 million Jews resided in Libya and Egypt from the Catabathmos to the borders of Ethiopia. Professor A.H. Godby says that Philo leaves us doubtful about which boundaries of Ethiopia he meant. I think that Philo meant the western and southern boundaries of Ethiopia because the prophet Zephaniah mentioned from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, we pick this up in page 85, the daughters of my dispersed. There was a period of over 600 years between Zephaniah and Philo. And considering the new waves of immigrants coming into Africa, they had 600 years to penetrate toward all the borders of Ethiopia. E. Shore wrote that Hebrewism was detectable by its inscriptions from the Egyptian border westward across North Africa to Mauritania. A.H. Godby says Jerome, 340-420 AD, one of the 4 doctors of the church, wrote that the Jews were spread from the western extremity to Mauritania to India. Now, ancient Mauritania included part of the territory on the Atlantic Ocean, Morocco, and part of modern Algeria. It is certain that the Jews had migrated all across North Africa by the 2nd century. Some scholars fixed the date earlier than this. All right, so when we look at this map, okay, and you can see this map, Lost Tribes of Myth by Alan H. Godby on page 257, okay? So now, what does it say? Yemen Jews and Falashas, Berber, Moorish, and Negro Jews, right? The names in red in the northern Sahara are oases in which some Berber Judaism survives. It is estimated about 15,000 Jews are scattered through the interior, right? So they know good and well all these people that fled in here. So there's Timbuktu, as you can see right here. Right? Okay, so here's Palestine, as you can see right here. So when the Romans defeated them, right, a lot fled down here into Arabia, as you can see where all the different red whatever.
Look at that map.
Of the Jews that fled, coming down even to here, all the way down towards South Africa. But you see how many actually fled into North Africa, right? Now, eventually, because of all these wars, and especially when Spain, as you can see, Spain right up here at the top of the screen, right? When Spain and Portugal kicked them out, they ended up fleeing and having to go down here into West Africa, right? So this is why you see, they know that the Israelites ended up going into North Africa and eventually migrating south into West Africa, where the slave trade took place, right? They all know this, and now you see, we got the maps, we got the history, we got all this. We know exactly what happened, right? Now let's go get some scripture. All right, before we go get that scripture, I almost forgot to show y'all the book, okay? From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph Winslow, okay? That's where we just read that from. But now let's go get some scripture. All right, so when we go to Isaiah chapter 18, again, what did scripture tell us, right? We just seen where Rudolph Winslow had told us, you know, and he quoted Zephaniah. We're going to go to Zephaniah after this. But you see, go to the land of shadows.
lyrics in the meaning. It got me on the profile. The bicycle buses. It just a ride in the time. One wheel in the heat. It just a flashing everywhere, everywhere. Oh, check this out, check this out. This is the latest. Check this out, check this out. It got me on the profile. Some hunger fling thing. Me on the hit thing. Me no run with cocaine. But if you mash up me brain. The vibes in a me. Me no keep it fun. The vibes in a me. And me feel happy. Check this style, check this style. This is the latest style. Check the style, check the style. It can be on the profile. The vibes in a me. Man, it's wicked and wild. The lyrics in a me. It can be going wild. Some keep it cocaine. What you in the fling? Then get to the end. If I know it's in a way. Make fire in a way. Make fire in a way. I just said that you love me. Christ and you the rain. She just a come out in a black and white. Come on. I'm not good, she have a nice fight. Come on. She want to compose for super duper bike. And that's not right. Behind you there's Christ and you the rain. Come on. There's Christ and you the rain. I'm better you. She's joy. You feel the rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And then you choose to the dance, okay. Feel the rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And then you choose to the dance, okay. Been up and down the coast of the been up and down the joy. I will give music all night long. Good God, I'm gonna play it all night long. It was touching my soul and I hurt my soul. Oh my God, hey, the sunlight in my eyes. Oh yes. You're my A1 something. You are my A1 something. I think you're my A1 something. You are my A1 something. Loving, loving, loving. And then you choose the A1 key. Loving, loving, loving. And then you choose the A1 key. I was sorry. And then you choose the dance, okay. And then you choose the dance, okay. You see, been up and down the coast of the I will touch the I will give you all night long. Good God, I'm gonna play it all night long. It was touching my soul and I hurt my bone. I will touch my sunlight in my eyes. Oh yes. You're my A1 something. You are my A1 something. I think you're my A1 something. You are my A1 something. Loving, loving, loving. And then you choose the A1 key. Loving, loving, loving. And then you choose the A1 key. 'Cause we've been up and down the coast. Alright, for joy. I want to feel the king from the sky. Good God, I'm gonna king from the sky. It touch my soul and hurt my bone. For joy. The sunlight in my eyes. Alright, she give me love, that's all I need. She give me love when I need. You're my A1 baby. I think you're my A1 baby. You're my A1 baby. I think alright. Oh my God, give me your life. Alright.
Wonderful, love my boy. I love my girl. Very good. Very much good.
And then you choose the dance, okay.
When?
And then you choose the dance, okay. Rubber will be more.
You love us very well.
I'm rubber will be love.
You love us very deep.
Each person on the side. Everyone is talking about. A1 sound. You're my A1 something. I think you're my A1 something. I'm my A1 something. I think you're my A1 something. Oh, we can never down the coast of love. Alright, oh yes. I make it all night long.
you and the Jesus child. We advertise it together now. It's our world, don't forget. It's not theirs. It's ours. It's our world. Don't forget that. Guess what it says here, guys? It says, look, you are created to be a light to the world. You guys. And it says this as well, guys. Look, we, not you or me, we must overcome evil with good. This is what it says, miss. I know, Tony. And this one's been since day dot. It says, in Hebrew, Lord, in bare uppercase, no lowercase, Lord means Baal. You see, what does Baal mean? Go and find it out. That's good homework for you to do. Go and find out what Baal means. And when you find out what it means, in Hebrew, Lord means Baal. So when they get you to say Lord, you're actually calling their Baal God. You see how crafty they are. You know, the crafty concept, weird. Craftiness, weird. Imagine. That's the... Imagine. Now that takes the C out of crafty. That one, that's all. You see? The lad and the beard. Just stop it. Bitch, do. Right now. This is the season of Tell It Like It Is. And thank you guys, giving me the ability to speak Father and Jesus' beautiful words in their own dance. This is as equal as saying, I'm going to get these beautiful children and put them here to make you recognize me. Because you won't recognize me. Mind how you say it, son? Okay. Because you won't recognize the emperor. So I'm going to have to get up with beautiful children to make my own children jealous. It's just sorry, Father, I can't, there is no other way to put it. It is embarrassing, I'm just sorry. It's just absolutely embarrassing. It really is. And I feel really embarrassed to be part of that what's what I'm looking for? That lineage. But remember, there's two sides to every coin, right? To every coin. And the other side of it is this generation that's here now. Because, you know, we're cursing our ancestors for it. We're cursing them. Because it's a joke. It's a joke. And Satan always chucks that. He says, none of my children have done that. I said, yeah, because you ain't turned on them yet. You damn child. Yeah, he says, yeah, but yours didn't even turn on you. All right, fair punch. Don't punch too low, though. That was a low punch. But fair play. That is true, Satan. That is true. Yeah, but here it is. The infants are here now. The infants, the mighty ones are here now, the infants. Don't forget to know, small axe, you know, little military, you know, this small axe. He says, what's in that bleeding axe? Yahuwah. That's what's in it, you damn tramp. Even the dog agrees, because the dog knows. Weird. Let's stay there. Yeah. The dog, the good dog, let you know. That dog's militant, comes around all the time and says, yo, let you know it's in the dog. So you have to give that dog still. He does his thing. You damn right does. He kind of does the thing. The dog. You damn right now. Right, what we got now? Bit British, guys. The British. Let's go British. The British. The good British. Right, let's see what more lies we're going to be trying to unpick. And they got to unpick them with it. Because they're a liar. How do you know? Because the father is a liar. The grandfather is a liar. The great-grandfather is the great-great-grandfather is a liar. The great-great-great-great-grandfather is a liar. The son is a liar. The grandson is the little it's pure liars now. So why is he now going to change? Why? Because he got a platform of lies. So why would he change the platform of lies, man? Guess what he calls it? Television. No, you say it too quick. When you say it quick, it sounds like television. But when you slow it down, it's television. Why? Again, because the father is a lie. The grandfather is the great. You get it? D-I-J-A-B.
Here's our security correspondent, Frank Gardner.
All these people do is lie and steal. That's all they do. There's no evidence of anything different.
Oh, you went through something traumatic.
And if you don't agree with them, they hurt you. They plot and scheme and come and get you. It's a wicked system, though. Wicked. And Father's exposed what it is. It's a wicked system against humanity.
I don't want to be good. She'll be fine.
We need you to get home.
That system, right? That children rape children in the most brutalist way possible, then put it on the internet to embarrass people, and then you have the parents who have to go through that wickedness, right? And then the child as well has to go to school, and you know how vicious children can be. And then the judge just turns around and says, we can't do nothing to the boys because the boys are kids. And these children are 13-year-olds are doing this to 13-year-olds. So children are doing this with and then putting it on the internet because the system is paying them. And we're not talking normal internet, we're talking the dark web, right? And that goes for so much money, and then the kids become superstars. It's the same with rap, right? It's the same wickedness, the same, right? Because why is a child going to want to do the worst way of doing it? Well, there's 11 different kind of rapes for one woman, 3 of them as well, and a knife as well, and you film it as well. The wickedness is to film it and then put it on the internet, and all sorts of wickedness going on. And then the man saying to the kids, you need to let them go. But it's the depth of the wickedness of the children doing it. They're not just saying, oh, let's do that. No, they're driven to do it. There is an audience for that wickedness, right? And you're allowing your children, and then the system will not come after them. The system will tell them they're kids. And all the system deals with is kids. So when they've got the kids dealing with like that, that goes for hot money, and they love that sickness. And the kids are doing it, they're videoing it and doing it, thinking that I'm going to be a superstar, they're going to put me on this, that, whatnot. You need to get your children done. It's the same thing what happened with the rap boys. You see them all drug dealers, pick them up, say, come on, I'm going to make you a superstar. All you've got to do is go against your people. Sorry, grandma, call your women bitches and hoes, right? And just make sure the children are violent, because we got private prisons, we've just got them, and we can't fill them up. So if you do this, we'll make you a megastar. Just come up with the worst lyrics possible, and we'll give you the rhythm, we'll give you the studios, everything. Yeah, we'll do it, and that's the story of rap. They're sellouts, bro. And then now you've got Eminem telling children the best way to please Satan. Why Satan? Because he likes to have sex with animals. Why are you telling children this? He says, wait, it gets better. Why? Because he likes to have sex with who? Camels and mammals. I mean, it even rhymes. This is Eminem writing songs telling children this today. It's a joke, Rasta. You need to listen to what they're showing you, Dan. Sorry, what they're telling you. They are dangerous, Dan.
This is BBC One in the West. Now the news with Imogen Sellers and Jane Hill.
It's a joke, Rasta.
Tonight at 10, more warnings about the dangers of open water swimming. 9 people have now died in this week's heat wave. Many of those are children, including Declan Sawyer, Reko Putuk and Junior Slater, who died in separate incidents. Resident doctors in England announce another strike in their long-running dispute about pay, their 16th walkout in 3 years.
Just a shoot by the crowd! Let's enter!
In the last few moments, Crystal Palace secure their first ever European trophy, beating Spanish side Rayo Vallecano 1-0 in the UEFA Conference League final. Fans in London watching on the big screen celebrated winning just the 2nd major trophy in the club's history. Higher gas and electricity bills for 30 million households as the energy regulator announces a 13% increase in the price cap.
13%, yeah.
A 15-year-old who was raped but whose teenage attackers were spared a custodial sentence talks to the BBC about those sentences being reviewed.
13%, 1-3, over double. Over double figures, sorry. Not 2 or 3%, 1-3%. These wicked people, so, what Donald Trump and the West done, so for them to get their money back, right, they cripple the people now. They don't just, because they ain't going to feel it, they ain't. It's just profit and money, and to hurt the people, 13, but you wouldn't even imagine that. You know what grandma and grandpa are like? Oh, I can't put the heater on. Oh, because it's going to be too much money. So you're going to die. This is what we don't like about you, grandma and grandpa. We don't like that about you. You prefer to sit in the house, right, when it's cold. When them lot have got 3 and 4 houses, and wintertime, guess what? They leave the heater on. And guess what? They're not even there. Sometimes they don't even go there, because they've got this other house, and they leave the heater on. And you need to tell me, like, your heater works, but because you haven't got the money, or you're trying to budget it, you're going to sit there in the cold. And when you're talking, or when you're breathing, you can see your own breath in your own house. You're going to allow the system to do that to you. Yeah, because you have no trust in your hua or your shua. No trust at all. That's why they allow you to sit there like that, because you don't ask them for help. There is no way on this universe that would ever happen. I've never been in a situation of the heat. I leave them on, as you can see. I go out and leave them on, bro. You damn right to. You don't have me as a prisoner in my own home, and then telling me I owe you $6 grand, and then now you give me back 100, and say, no, you know, just be quiet, bro. We know what electric we use, and we haven't got gas, because Father put me in a home when there's no gas, because he knows you're going to do this nonsense. So you make sure you put me somewhere where there's no gas and my ears are ringing. Thank you, Father. So you're welcome. You damn it, yeah. No gas, thank you. He knows what's happening because it's him doing it. So when you're struggling with your gas, these children haven't got gas. He knows exactly what he's doing, guys. It's not a joke, it's serious. And you know, you little scraps trying to get people homeless and like, you cursed yourself. Messing around with these children, you idiot. Listening to Esau. But you notice that Esau doesn't do it himself though. Because he would be cursed even if he said one word about us wrong. It would kill him inside. Literally kill him, literally. So he gets you and Baal and all them fools to do it. Baal's dead now, we killed him anyway. Damn tramp. Little sex pest. Don't be scared of these spirits, guys. You got more power than them. You just got to get your faith, and that's your power. And then in the faith, with the faith, it all comes with it. With the faith, it all comes with it. It's a package, isn't it? It's a package. You can't have one without the other. It's a pack, and then you've got to nurture them with the behaviour, with the truth, with the belief. You get it? It's a package. It keeps you busy. It's a job. It keeps you busy, guys. It's a job. Rasta. And you know, well, if you're doing that, you don't have to worry about money. They have to cater for you. They have to. It's their duty to. You just haven't got the faith. There it is again. And you ain't got the relationship. There it is again. It's their duty to fund you. It's their duty. And they make sure to keep you extra. Why? So you can then give others. And then when you give them that, why you give? Because Yahuwah said to give it to you. Maybe one day you might even talk to him. But before I give it to you, if you don't say thank you, he'll make sure it's ruined in you. And this is why he does it, because he wants people to love him. I mean, think about it. If he's going to get a different set of people, children, to make his children jealous, to notice him, then what's he going to do to his children? Here it's ringing now. What's he going to do to his children who do notice him, but then he wants other children to notice him, so he's going to do the same thing, isn't he? He's going to make them do nice things, give them things, to make them realise, why he's so nice, this is who you, and then get them to think, oh, let's see what this you is. It's the same thing now. It's the same thing. It's the same thing now. The man just wants people to honour him. When someone says to you, I was a husband to you, then it's a different level now. Because men don't say these things unless they truly love you. And say, I was a husband to you. That's a plea, man. That is a plea. But you don't know what a plea is. Right? And you should be honoured that the man is pleading. But listen, the man ain't going to be pleading for long. And you don't want the other side. But if he's pleading and he's so gentle and beautiful like that, being a husband, imagine what the other side to him's like. Right? And this is what we need to be doing, connecting. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And we're forgetting this because the system separates you from yourself. So you forget all these things. Now she's talking about she don't need a man. Why? Because I've got AI. No! Rasta, Miss, tell her, because one thing about Miss, she always stayed lamb. She never once turned into mutton. Never. Ever. Right? Her brother is always up. Rasta.
I just want to be able to go on a walk without being scared that I'm going to see them and they're going to try and do something again.
Deep grandma.
5 men found alive after a week trapped in a flooded cave. Rescuers prepare a complicated mission to get them out.
In BBC Points West, the farmers losing money on every pint of milk they sell. Can their businesses survive? And a cracking day out, the young filmmakers who've won a tour of the Aardman Studios in Bristol.
Hello, welcome to the BBC News at 10. A total of 9 people have now died in water-related incidents in England and Wales during this week's heatwave after rescuers searching for a teenager in a lake in Cheshire found a body earlier today. Many of those who've died have been children. It's prompted renewed warnings about the dangers of open water swimming. Our correspondent Lauren Moss has this report.
A frantic rescue operation ended in a fatality. The death of a teenage boy in Cheshire who, police say, had his entire life ahead of him. The 17-year-old went into the water at Pickmere Lake yesterday. 9 people have died in separate water incidents since the start of this May heatwave. Among them is 15-year-old Declan Sawyer, who got into difficulty at Swanholme Lakes in Lincoln on Sunday. 13-year-old Reiko Puttock, who's been named locally, was pulled from Leadbeater Dam in Halifax on Bank Holiday Monday. And 12-year-old Junior Slater in the River Ribble in Lancashire last night. His family say he was the life and soul of their lives. Alongside the hot weather has come more warnings about the dangers of the water.
This is Satan.
Since Sunday, several
This is what
teenagers have lost their lives swimming in open water in South and West Yorkshire, in Lincolnshire, in Lancashire, Warwickshire and here in Cheshire. All trying to have fun during the heatwave, all ended in tragedy.
Right, that's why
Authorities say they want people to enjoy the warm weather, but they want them to do so safely and understand the dangers of swimming in open water.
Yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't swim in open water because the body temperature and that's cold.
People think that water
Listen
will
to
be
this.
warm. That water will be freezing cold.
See?
And what people get is cold water shock.
Be careful, man.
Cold water shock. If you jump
Water
into the
shock,
water
that's what they called it.
very quickly, it'll affect your breathing, it'll affect your blood pressure, and it'll affect your muscles. So even if you're a strong swimmer, you will struggle in that water.
From
the second he was born, I just knew he was going to be somebody special.
Dylan Ramsey was just 13 when he died swimming in a quarry near Chorley in 2011.
I just never knew it was going to be like this. I never knew he was going to make an impact in the world by not being here.
Dylan's mother, Becky, has spent the last 15 years raising awareness about the risks of open water, and from this September, children in England are to learn about it in school.
The day after Dylan died, I literally begged the government to teach water safety in schools because I know that had Dylan been taught what to do in that situation, I wouldn't be living this life.
With the hot weather continuing this month and likely over the summer too, people are urged not to put their lives at risk by cooling off in open water. Laura Moss, BBC News, Knutsford.
Resident hospital doctors in England, who used to be known as junior doctors, have announced another strike as part of their long-running dispute with the government about pay. The strike, which is due to begin on June the 15th, is their 16th since March 2023. Hugh Pym, our health editor, is with me. So how bad is this going to be for patients, Hugh?
Well, Jane, yes, thousands of patients will be affected, but the NHS in England is saying that it is much more efficient at managing things now on strike days, and it'll be only about 5% of operations and appointments which do get postponed. And also, A&E units tend to work more effectively because you've got senior doctors at the front door of the hospital. They're more experienced and they're covering resident doctors who are out on strike, though it does cost employers more money to bring them in to cover. Now, the interesting thing is you've got a new Health Secretary, James Murray. It's his first big challenge. He's a former Treasury Minister, so he's adamant that there's just no more money this year, he says, for pay. He says the resident doctors have already had or will get a total of about 30% over 4 years. Nothing more is justifiable. He says he will talk about working conditions. The BMA are arguing they still want another 20% over the next few years. years to compensate for earlier inflation. And they said there could be another strike in July if this is not resolved. They say the timing is interesting, 15th to the 19th of June, because it coincides with the Makerfield by-election. And they're saying they want to hear from candidates, including Andy Burnham, the former Health Secretary, about what they think about the issue, and also other politicians, including the former Health Secretary, Wes Streeting.
Hugh, thanks very much. Hugh Pym. More than 30 million households in Britain face higher gas and electricity prices after the regulator Ofgem announced the energy price cap will increase by 13% from July. It's the first time that bills here have been affected since the US and Israel launched attacks on Iran. A household using a typical amount of gas and electricity will pay £221 more a year, with an annual bill of £1,862. Here's our economics editor, Faisal Islam.
These days, some energy companies have a high street presence, like here in Shirley, Southampton, where they can see the cost of living pressures for their customers in eating, heating and energy-saving tips.
It's a nice sunny day, you're washing outside and to try and save the electric.
And you said sort of switching off, unplugging things on standby?
Yeah.
That saves a lot, does it?
It does a little bit, yeah.
Thermostat?
Yeah, we've turned it off, we don't need it on this time of year.
The bad news is that energy prices, which had started to fall, are going up again from July.
It's going to be a big challenge for consumers, bearing in mind they've seen rents and food go up by 40% in the last 5 years, and we're seeing an increase in gas prices from the 1st of July of 25%, electricity goes up by 5%. The good thing is, of course, that people don't tend to use much gas during the next 3 months.
At the call centre upstairs, a disabled customer rings in after running out of cash for her prepayment meter.
So what happens if you're disabled and you run out of money? Are you going to give them money? Are you going to reimburse the machine for them? What are you going to do for them? What you're going to do is you're going to put them onto someone else. And then someone else is going to put you onto someone else. And then someone else is going to put you onto someone else. This is that system. That wicked system. It is just wicked. We'll never catch you.
Down here that you have a stair lift, a hoist, electric bed.
Frustrating.
We've just taken a call here today where the customer has oxygen machines, she has a stair lift and a hoist, she's medically dependent on her showering, and yet she's off supply because her top up just didn't quite get her through. So we've been able to provide financial support for her today to get her on supply.
This is what's happened to overall typical household annual bills for both fuels over the past 4 years. It was significantly higher 4 years ago when Russia invaded Ukraine, and the government had to step in with taxpayers' money to limit annual bills at the equivalent of £2,500. Today's announcement means that energy is 13% more expensive.
You've got to get your gas and your electric from another country. I mean, who thought of that? You run a kingdom, and the kingdom has to go to another country to get its gas and its electric. Who thought of that? Huh? That was them privatised idiots, wasn't it? Well, Margaret Thatcher and them lot, Tony Blair and all of them, wasn't it? What gave you the incentive to think to get gas and electric, the main things that you need, from another country, and sell BT off? Huh? And British Gas sent all the great things that we had. What? Which idiot in the Conservative can't let Margaret Thatcher? She's the one who started all that nonsense. Her. And now look here. You've got to be humble to Russia to get what? Gas and all that nonsense. And when you had your own gas, man, yeah, but money, you're too greedy, right? You're too damn greedy. Well, you didn't think that you yourself would need it. You didn't think about the people, because if you did, there's no way you would have done that. You just thought that you wouldn't need it. That's what it is. What about your grandma? Don't you think your grandma needs heat? Huh? Just didn't think that one through again, miss, did you? You just rushed into it because you just said, money, money. And you said, yeah, where do I sign? Right? And this is the problem we have now, guys. This is the problem we have. Yes, sir. Because of these clever clogs who just think of, the 86 million. Wow! All right then. 90 million. Where do I sign? And this is what you've done to your country, bro. And now we need these things like ever. We have to go to other countries and bow to them and get it at ridiculous prices. And whenever there's a war and that, then you've got to put the price up to people. But people haven't got the money. They haven't got the money. The extra 5%, extra 9%, extra 1%, 0.5%. Again, the people haven't got the money. So you putting this up, what does that mean? That they have to sit in the house when it doesn't work? It's broke. It's broken. It's broke. It's broken. It's broke. It's broken. It's broke. It's broken. You built everything on money. There is no more money left. You've worn and torn everything. There's nothing left. There's no more oil left. There's no more gold left. There's nothing. You and your mates. You've worn and torn and carved it all up. And you've got all the millions and billions. You've got it. You've got it all. You've got all the trade and you've kept it all on purpose. And then now you're asking people now for 5% more. Oh my days. When you don't even need it. You don't even need it at all. It's just part of your plan. It's part of the plan. It's part of the plan. Do. Well, serve you right. Who told you to attach yourself to a system? Who told you to do that? Huh? Now the system's in panic. This is why I can't help you. It's in panic. This is why I can't help Sophia. It's in panic. The system is in panic. And when you're in panic, what do? You just think of yourself. Not good women. They grab the children. Something you're going to learn very soon, Trump.
The next 3 months. At the call centre upstairs, a disabled customer rings in after running out of cash for her prepayment meter.
I have down here that you have a stair lift, a hoist, electric bed.
We've just taken a call here today where the customer has oxygen machines, she has a stair lift and a hoist, she's medically dependent on her showering, and yet she's off supply because her top up just didn't quite get her through. So we've been able to provide financial support for her today to get her on supply.
Really fine.
This is what's happened to overall typical household annual bills for both fuels over the past 4 years.
Typical household bill, right. What again? Put it over there. How are you doing? We are nice. How are you doing? I got Misha'el. Yeah, I had to put them in the fridge. Why? Because the heat just crushed them. I know. So I can get some emotions. And then we can chill out. Watch a bit of British murder. And then chill out, go sleep. And then tomorrow now, we're going to have to face this demon. Yeah, we are. We are. Because I don't want to upset Father, do I? I'm ready to ask Father for some help. We're supposed to do it today, really, but we've got a bit carried away. We do admit that. But tomorrow, well, tonight, we're going to ask for some help. Right, come over here. Yeah, I like the Jesus dance. I liked it. It was nice. I know 200 people joined. I can't believe it. Well, that's in a couple of days. Wow, that is just. We are just overpleased now. Oh, man, it's magic now. Good people. Good people. Right. How we doing? We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Right. How you stop doing this weather? I know. Guys, come on. There's more coming. Guys, there's more coming. This is the earth doing its naughtiness. We've got to get used to it now. Be flat down. Right? And the tower folds in. And you're nice, man. And just work with it though, because we've got more coming. Don't be moaning, saying, get used to it, guys. We've got more coming. Right? The tougher than the top down. And if you're a child of Jesus, which I know you are, because you're going to sort your ass out, and you're going to take the poo off, and you'll be alright then. You'll be alright. I like Tiggy. Tiggy's wagging his tail. Tiggy the lion, I want him to you. And you'll be alright. You can't be frightened though. Because no matter if we're frightened, it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. So we might as well be on the right side so we know what's going on. Because they're not going to let you know anything that's going on. And you just get caught up in it, Rasta. And Satan ain't going to help you. He's going to be gone. All these interesting, right? Billy Kabati years, right? This is 7 years. So, wait for it so they can show off and say, look. But remember, Tram, you're doing it in the world. It's not like you're doing it in your own universe. You're doing it in the world. That Father's allowed you to show off in front of your little stupid idiot ministry. Yeah, we don't mind that you're showing up in front of the world, but you can only do so much to help the world. But they seem to like your world, so, there's only so much you can do. there is only so much you can do, bro. But when they realise, all they're going to be thinking about is us. I know. That's all they're going to be thinking about. And we ain't going to be like, I told you so. Could it be? It's going to be too serious than that. It's going to be pitiful for you, because it's going to be hell on the earth. Hell on the earth. And that's it. The dance is done. It's not like hell and it goes back to whatever. It's Rasta. Beautiful children. This is the dance we're in. Beautiful children. Right? And everyone's talking about the coming of Jesus. And right? Just ask him. Is it a Hebrew Jesus you're on about? I see him not quick, but when you ask him again, is it a Hebrew Jesus? Daniel says no. They just depart. Why? Because there's only one. Open your nostril. The man go, you're still like a statue. This one come, open your nostril. You're still like a statue. You see this one there? You see, gosh, can I try you? You say, ooh, me, I'm Mr. Hebrew. Mr. Oh, I've heard that name. Oh, do you want to have a go? Where you need? I need to move. Let me have a go. Come here. Oh, yeah. Go on, go play it. That's the right one, isn't it? The Hebrew. The one that is defined. They're not divine. No, they're not. They're lying, miss. They cannot blow breath. There's no divineness in them at all. Go and ask them if they are. They will tell you. We're not divine, but. No, but. Go and ask them. This is what they'll tell you. We are not divine, but. No, but. Rasta. Right? For me, cannot put nothing in the nostril. You are wasting your time. Please, not even Satan or his children, right? Or his father, right? Or his adopted son who can do any of these things. Not, what about give birth? No. So why did you build a hospital only for men? I know. What did you think? Because you built a hospital for men, that because the hospital was built for men, it will be out somehow to let man give birth? The world is sick. You're building hospitals for men. So what about women? Well, let me tell you about women. The sons hate women. Hate. You are their slaves. Women. We say do one, damn tramp. But that is how it is, guys. That's how it's written. That's how it's set up. That's how it's set up. That's how it's set up. It is wickedness, Rasta, right? And many of them sons have followed that wickedness. Not us. We ain't following that shit at all, bruv. So persuade. Not at all. You ain't converting us easy. Oh, so you can get a woman's treats. We can get a woman's treats the right way. And one woman is more than enough. Right? But you want everything. And you don't know what to do with it. And Father's going to teach you a lesson now. Because you come out of a woman. And I keep telling you this stuff until you're sick. You come out of a woman. And when you came out of her, she nurtured you as well. She didn't just have you and put you on the side and say, get on with it. Plenty care and position. And that tramp was not there. He never is there. And if he is there, it's causing a problem. He's speaking about himself. And then he gets jealous when she's showing you the attention. And then he causes problem, that tramp. And then she finds herself choosing. You have no idea about that fool. No idea about that fool. No idea. At all. But now he's getting exposed. He's getting exposed, son. He's a horrible child. Horrible, horrible child. Right? And Father gave you and all the other sons the ability to rule and take care of the dance until he comes. He's separated in three for 3 sons. Not for 3 dogs, not for 3 cats, not for no homosexual, and not for no batty man. For 3 sons. And they're all Hebrew. They're Hebrew. He's not going to give it to anyone else unless they're Hebrew. You damn tramp. Right? But you wasn't happy with what he gave you. So you went into tents what you should have gone into. And started stealing and robbing and intermingling with that damn Willie of yours. And the rest is history. Here we are. So he's coming to rearrange it back to the way it was. With everyone born in sin. So that just made it so hard. Because as we started on your march, we was born in sin. Because the damn Adam, right? And anything that comes out of him is sinful. And you're on your own. Why? Because I've cut myself off from you. Whoa. Whoa. And that's what he did. Apart from the remnants, and the bell rings, the dog rings, apart from the remnants, he didn't let them go because he needs someone to carry this thing on, right? And the only thing he keeps them is long suffering, nothing else. And if you get close to them, he'll kill you. That's his inheritance. Yours is the other children. And they built your empires. Yeah, not me. I've been doing his work. I've never been a slave. I've never done anything like, never. I've never struggled. Not being big-headed. Never. Never even had a cold. Never. Because he's got different plans, guys. But it's for the children who had this to show people and get them to come on before he kills you. Before he kills you, guys. That's how serious it is. He will just kill you. Because they're militant done. They're not Rasta. You need to take the dress off what white man keeps putting on him, because his image comes to slap up like a little chimpanzee. Just slap it up down. Rasta.
It was significantly higher.
Because you've been horrible to
when Russia
humanity.
invaded Ukraine, and the government
vulnerable,
had to
the
step
weak,
in with
the
taxpayers' money
widow,
to
the
limit
crippled,
annual
the
bills
disabled,
at the equivalent
all
of
those you've
£2,500.
picked upon to get
Today's
your
announcement
riches.
means
The
that
father
energy
will
is
murder you for that,
13%
man.
more
Watch and see.
expensive per unit starting on
Being
July the
crafty
1st.
and
But
spiteful.
it's also worth noting that electricity, and especially gas consumption, is down considerably in the past 2 years. So the newer measure of typical bills may be £1,663 a year from July, and would have been just under £1,500 currently.
Right.
And the question is whether these increasing domestic energy bills last until winter, where they really will hurt. And that depends entirely on events not here in Hampshire, but in the Strait of Hormuz and at the White House.
And you haven't apologised.
A response of sorts to that volatility, electricity from the British Sun for Julie in Derby, covering her roof with government subsidised solar panels.
Apparently with these 11 solar panels I'll be able to run a washing machine 5 times, it'll run my fridge freezer, it'll run an LED TV for 40 hours.
Before the panels, she had been economising by using electric blankets to heat the person, not heat their home. Higher prices have already changed habits. There will be more to come. Faisal Islam, BBC News.
More than 18,000 properties are suffering disruption to their water supplies in Kent because of the heat wave. South East Water says towns affected include Whitstable and Ashford. The company has apologised, saying the problems are a result of increased demand following the hot weather. Hundreds of people had to spend hours queuing for water.
We should be getting water. It's a common right, isn't it?
I'm going to turn these cameras off.
So what'd you say? We had a brief spurt of it coming back on this morning, and it's gone off again. And obviously with the children on half term, I work from home.
And you're one of you who has children. Don't forget that. You're one of you who has children. Don't ever forget that. See, no matter what anyone tells you, and anytime you're lost, you need to go and sort this out, this Jesus thing. You had a lot to think about. I told you a lot of things tonight, Dan, about this thing inside you and your house. Your house is your church. You don't need to ask no one no questions. You got the answers, Dan. They're inside you and the book. Right? And to get instant answers, you just take the poo of Jesus. Don't be frightened of no one. You just tell him why you put it on him. Don't just take it off him. Tell him why. Have a relationship with him on that poo stuff so you both know where you stand. So you can start afresh. That's all you want to do. That's all he wants you to do. But you got to get rid of that old stuff and do it properly so it lasts. So you get a relationship with him. And that's all you want. You want an everlasting relationship. That's all you want. So when he's doing this stuff, he's taking you with him and moving you out of the way. And then you get spirits like us and we'll bring you in. We ain't going to be horrible to you. We'll bring you in. We ain't going to write stuff about you and call you this and call you that. No, we're not done. We're not allowed to. We get punished for that behaviour. We're not allowed to. So there's plenty to think about, guys. You've got to be nice, man. And you've got to think about the thing what's inside you. Not nobody else. Not nobody else. The thing what's inside you. You've got to learn to connect to that. Because that's what everyone's coming for. So you can't be just, what are they coming for? You. What? What's in me? You got something in you. I don't even know. Well, get to know. Get to know. Get to know. Because that's what they're coming for. If it's not Father, then it's Satan's children. And you don't know. So get to know what it is they all want. That nostril. Open your nostril. That's what they want. And you've got it, so you're special, you're priceless, right? But they're telling you that you're an idiot, you're this, you're that, you ain't got no money in your post. So they can get you, they still get it same way. They still get that spirit same way, right? So don't make them trick you. That's what they're after, right? Hold tight, guys, I'll see you later. Yeah, we know. Tomorrow's another day. from the Father allows us to wake up. Right? And talk to them. You're not on your own. They're around you. They're right there. And there. And there. This one there. They're there, man. Talk to them. Invite them into you, bro. And they won't go nowhere. And then all these evil ones around, you have to move away. They have to move away. They get petrified. They've got to move away. And that's how you do it. Alright, guys. I'll see you later, yeah? Love. Let's say do it, man. Come on. Dear good people.
Yes.